comments that we received. There are, yeah, let us know in the chat because this is your show. This is about you. You gotta tell me what you want. This is the first time ever we're able to interact with you live.
First, let us know if there's any echo still.
Thank you, Pete. Yeah, okay. Let us know if there's an echo still, and then we can go from there. And everything is good? Okay, good. Now, this upcoming Saturday, there is something that caught my eye. And all you horrible people, are you going straight to hell? Pete, you put it up? Listen, let me tell you something, right? When I put up things on late night Facebook all the time, so of course things that, you know, gets the people going, things that you need to know. It's not necessarily like a news type of, you know, platform. It's just to like inform you lightly. But I just take this thing so serious. So, so I put it up. I didn't know it was going to get that much reaction until it got that much reaction. Over 300 comments. You ain't joking. And the comments. Oh, please not be, what? Please not be Olivier and friends. Charles, you got to use your sentences, buddy. I don't know what that means. If you could, you know, write it a little bit better. Okay, Michael, we good. All right, very good. All right, so this upcoming Saturday, there is a match. It's next week Saturday? No, it's 29th. That's when? That's next week Saturday. Okay, so next week Saturday, this is happening, right? And people were going crazy. They're going wild on the Facebook comments. And I just want to hear from you while I read some of the comments that I have. Because RU is hilarious. So, I'm going to read some of the comments.
That's why you call it hilarious? RU is holier than thou.
Okay, RU is, okay, Pete. Stop it.
Read the comments, read the comments.
All right. So the comments so far is 326 comments to be exact, Pete. And let me read it here. Okay. Kristen Lee says that I'm mind blown the amount of people preaching the Bible in these comments, not realizing that the role Christianity played in enslaving these people. Mine is still enslaved. Then Aisha van Putten says, hate the sin, not the sinner, God's words. So of course, they went for Aisha and said, Aisha van Putten, the sin is not your business, woman. Why are you here? You're no Christian or just a sometime-ish one.
Wait, so if the sin is not her business, is the other people's business too? That was it. Are you is holier than thou? Holier than yourself.
Of course, she clapped back. Aisha van Putten said, who the hell are you to judge? Sinners judging sinners for sinning differently? Sin is sin, so go sit on it. But that's actually what it is. Anyway, okay. I just need to read the comments. So what the person, Michelle Davis says, Aisha van Putten, I never judge you. I post a question. But you're the one saying you hate the sin. You can't hate something without judging it according to your merits. Or is that not how your brain works? Please, don't enlighten me because I might fall victim to your insubordination of not wanting to have common sense. I think that's a diss. Pete, is that a diss?
I think so. Insubordination of not having to want common sense.
Yes. Makes sense?
Does that make sense?
I don't know. But Aisha answered. Aisha says, he that is without sin. He that is without sin cast the first stone. Judge not least you be judged. In God's eyes, all sins is considered the same tears, no distinctions. Everyone has tears on cross to bear to worry about your own life. I have a lot of friends that choose to live their life how they please. Does that mean I have to treat them differently? What if your children came home and told you they choose? Oh, this is getting. I need to. Next time, I need to bring some tea. Okay. What if your children come home and told you that they choose to be gay? Would you hate them? And I'm done answering you. Keep spreading hate. Karma will deal with you on her time. Let the people be the tier choice, and they have to answer to themselves, for themselves. Last time I checked, they're not borrowing your ass or pussy, so F off, my son.
Wait. Okay, what sin we talking about here, though?
The sin of being
Being what?
gay, I guess.
That's a sin?
Is it, Pete?
I don't know.
I don't want to get cancelled, Pete. Don't put me in no trap.
What constitutes gay? I mean, it used to mean one thing. Now it means another thing.
Yes, it means that their preferred choice is the opposite or the same that they are. I guess yeah.
You sure?
Don't try to like I said. Don't put it. No.
We'll be living in a day and age right now where a woman can be a man.
Yes.
A man can be a woman.
Yes.
So gay can mean anything.
Well, that's why they have the ABCs, the LB.
Because everybody here tripping out on the sexual acts. Anybody tell her that they're sexually active?
Okay, Pete. No, I think you're going too far.
Oh, sorry, too fast.
Yeah, you're going too fast. Slow down. Let's take time. I will get back to your answer just now. Yadira Veldkamp says, it's wild that people are so bothered by other people's lives and choices. Then Jamila Boywright says, Jadira Veldkamp, but unbothered by wrongdoings happening to them on a daily basis. GB, tell them, education system. Then somebody says, Jeanette Fleming says, now we know the source of GB's problems. Come on, GB, do what you do best.
This is a start. So, I get it.
So
a male plug and a male plug don't create electricity.
That's why
That's the problem.
we have blackouts.
That's why we got problems.
We need to diversify. Do not stay with the same plug. Otherwise you could get in trouble. We got it? Okay. Khalil Martin says, Genesis 19:24. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. So somebody commented, Khalil Martin, yes, he did. And it is a reason he did this because he don't like their lifestyle. So why should we? It looks like that these supporters here wants to do the same thing to us. And then David says, Irma wasn't enough.
Wait. Let me try and understand this one now. Okay, so they're too flamboyant, so everybody giving off a lot of heat, so that creates a lot of heat in the atmosphere, which generate more hurricanes?
Correct.
Okay, I get it.
So watch out for the gay storm.
I get it.
That's basically it.
Okay.
Let's move on to Carly Jacob, who says, why y'all can't go Simpson Bay with that? Please, not in the city. I don't have a problem with y'all, but it have a lot of kids in the area. The little children don't have to be seeing them things. Let the kids be kids and don't have these type of events and force them. Of course.
But what did there's the seeing?
I honestly think that conventional St. Martiners feel that these people will be having an orgy in the middle of town at 5 p.m. on a Saturday. It's going to be a live orgy. And no, I'm not talking about Juve. I ain't talking about Juve. I'm talking about it's going to be a full-blown LGBTQ.
So it's going to be worse than Juve.
I guess so. Because what do we don't want the kids to see? Do you think they're going to be...
They're gonna be half naked.
They're half naked, or they're going to be kissing, or they're going to be having sex while walking, or they're just going to walk with
They're
a
gonna be drinking
rainbow flag.
alcohol and smiling and waving and stuff like that.
Pete, don't go that deep.
Sorry,
Stop that. Pause. Don't go that deep.
Pause.
Pause.
Being going that deep.
Okay.
Pause.
Pause. Samantha Wayward says that Carl Jacob, nobody is forcing children to be gay or see gay things. I need you to have the same energy when straight people are around children. Ooh.
Lash.
Ooh. Okay. Judah TLW says, with the page name Late Night with Andrew Dick, I didn't expect anything else. How I get trolled in this? I
Because
just...
you're out here broadcasting your last name, which makes them feel uncomfortable. So I think they're kind of afraid that they might be gay themselves. Every time they gotta read Late Night with Andrew Dick. Why couldn't be Late Night with Andrew Arm? Or maybe Torso?
It is my actual last name though.
Oh, that's serious?
Yes, it's actually, it's my ID card says Andrew G. Dick.
Oh.
Do not ask what a G for. Tasha Glasgow says, "'Tis the comments for me, which we had the same energy to fight GB and the government while keep falling. Happy Pride Month."
You do though. You have the same energy. All you gotta do is go out and vote. Then you can fight GB and you can fight government all you want.
That's a good one there, Pete.
I should be on this show more often.
Pete for office.
No.
Vodol Rose says, "These comments are saddening. How is it in 2024 and we are still stuck with this mindset? What is it to you? How does someone else's lifestyle affect you? Should a Muslim come and ban alcohol on the grounds that their own personal religion is against? How would you react as a non-Muslim? It's the same when you are forcing your own personal beliefs on someone else who doesn't believe in them. Your religion is yours alone. Stop forcing it on other people. In addition, how does being exposed to LGBT affect you? Where we were exposed to and consumed heterosexuality all our lives, and still we are here and queer," said this person. You cannot force someone to like something no matter how many times they are exposed to it. The same way to LGBT person cannot turn you unless you already are that. Wait, so they're turning? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Maybe you are afraid of discovering that inside yourself. Could you all please try? Might be difficult for some, but could you all try to use some logic? Finally, worry about your own sins, Mr. and Mrs. Adulterers, Mr. and Mrs. Porn Addicts, Mr. and Mrs. Wearing Mixed Fabric.
That's a sin.
That's a sin. Mr. and Mrs. Tattoos and Piercings,
That's a sin.
Mr. and Mrs. Walking Around Half Naked, Mr. and Mrs. Sinners, capital letters.
Okay.
Happy Pride to all my LGBTQ community. 48 likes for that comment. Wow. All right, let's continue. Patrick Kula says, "Ray Coolers, it's wild in here. These people need taming with some Bible scriptures, please." Does Bible scriptures really do that? Is that, are gay people like vampires? You know, when you have to put a cross, or you have to put like garlic or holy water? So they're gay, you just throw holy water on it and stop being gay. Stop being it. The only problem is it'll be like, All right. The comment says, Ray Cooler says, let's see what Jesus said that caused this wrong way of living. Romans 1:22 to 32. Although they claimed to be wise, they became fools and exchanged the glory of the immortal God for images made to look like a mortal human being, and the birds and the animals and the reptiles. Therefore, God gave them over the sinful desires of their hearts to sexual impurity for the degrading of their bodies with one and another. They exchanged the truth about God for a lie and worshiped and served created things rather than the Creator, who is forever praised. Amen. Because of this, God gave them over to shameful lust. Even their women exchanged natural sexual relations for unnatural ones. In the same way, the men also abandoned natural relations with women and were inflamed with lust for one and another. Men committed shameful acts with other men and received in themselves the due penalty for their error. Furthermore, just as they did not think it worthwhile to retain the knowledge of God, so God gave them over to a depraved mind, so that they do what ought not to be done. They have become filled with every kind of wickedness, evil, greed, and depravity. They are full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, and malice. They are gossips, slanderers, God-haters, insolent, arrogant, and boastful. They invent ways of doing evil. They disobey their parents, although they know God's righteous decree and that those who are such things deserve death. Wow. They not only continue to do these very things, but also approve of those who practice. Corinthians 6-9, or do you not know that wrongdoers will not inherit the kingdom of God? So they will never see the day in heaven.
So wait, hold on. Before you continue, first of all, I got new comments in the chat.
Yes.
And secondly, does all gay people attract religious people like that?
Yes, it's a sin. Therefore, we need to save you because Christians, what do, Pete? Let me see if you paid attention in class.
Forgive.
No.
Christians don't forgive?
No, they save you.
Oh, they save. Okay.
Yes. Forgive is another scripture for another scenario. You can't just put the same scenario in the same thing because
Okay.
it depends on the situation. It doesn't, you can't just. So, a cheek for a cheek doesn't mean a cheek, their cheek. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay, it's long. Let's go to the next one. Somebody says, wish I was on island to celebrate love with y'all forever. Okay. Whoever came up with this, you sad. The end. That's it, Pete. Nothing else.
Short and sweet. Because commenting on it ain't sad enough. Getting upset about it ain't sad enough.
What do they have in the new chat?
What do you got in the new chat?
Yeah.
Let's see. We have Mark Newton. Listen, Andrew.
Yes.
This is the problem. We don't need to be educated children. Like the social media is not bad enough. And then he goes on and say, Brenda and your crew, please stay in your closet respectfully. Wow.
Wait, Jesus. Jeez.
This behavior is not acceptable if you're trying to force it on the normal people in the community. And then they drop some Bible scriptures here. Romans
Okay.
1:26. If you want to be gay, it's your business. Drop Leviticus 20:13. And they drop Romans 1:26 again.
But we expect though. St. Martin is a Christian community. We are. Okay. We just, okay, Pete, can you do me a favor? And can you take away that flyer next to me, please? That's enough. I feel like that's enough. Like, I think they get it, what we're talking about. Yeah, that's enough. Because we could talk about anything else. This is not, that type of program.
This is not the gay education session.
No. We're just talking about it because of the amount of comments.
Oh, we got a new comment. Big up yourself, Cressberg.
Hey, Cressberg, what you want?
What you want?
Apparently, you know what they want. So the whole notion of straight people trying to turn in, to turn over, or what they're trying to save the LGBTQ community, or the LGBTQ community trying to influence the straight people. How does it work? Is there a rule book? It depends on who looks first. What's happening?
I don't know, but you don't need evidence to be able to convict people or judge people, and then to be able to save or revert them back. And all these people spying on these gay people.
Wait, Pete, elaborate.
Again,
Use words.
again, it's okay to have affection towards your neighbor, right? General sense. General sense.
Okay, general sense. Okay.
Okay. What makes you gay? Is it not a sexual act?
Ooh, that's a good point.
So we're here up in arms about a sexual act that none of us can say A or B happened. But because they choose to live their life flamboyantly and express their affection towards other people in public within our parameters, because they get locked up. I mean, I'm on a bit to try to kick off people for showing, going topless.
Yes, because you can't be naked. It's,
So
it's,
I
it's,
can
it's actually the law.
So I can imagine that if they're on the street being literally gay, as in the sexual act, then you get motor lockup. You get beat a little bit before you reach to the pen. But I'm just saying, does everybody know that these people are doing this? Or is it just speculation? Because I haven't seen, I literally have not seen a gay act in person live ever in my life.
But you're old, so that
And I'm
means
old.
yeah. So that's so never.
I mean, I've seen a lot of affection given towards, fellow man, fellow woman, but
Nothing sexual. Okay.
no, not that I didn't have to click a couple of times to find. I'm just saying. So that's how I know that people out there are doing that. But as for
Do not disrespect Pornhub like that, boy. What's wrong with you? What you doing, Seth, bro? All right, listen. It's all about you. We live. Of course, we want to hear from you. Of course, there's different topics we can talk about. Right now, we're just talking about this because apparently, many people are up in arms about it. If you have any questions concerning elections, concerning anything in politics, concerning anything with the police, just let me know. I can answer, give you some updates, give you the latest. It's just to hear from you. That's the reason why we're doing this live. Every Thursday. Wish me luck. And of course, you should head up, go down and look for the flyer, and then you'll see the comments. 300 something comments. It's crazy. That's enough. I had enough. Somebody says that GB has been off from 4 o'clock. It's almost close to 8, and they haven't seen GB come back. Yeah, it's supposed to be 2 hours, but yeah, sometimes it can be longer than that. I think yesterday in town they didn't have any any electricity for about 3.5 hours actually. Normally we used to take 2 hours, but it was 3.5 hours after. So yeah, now of course a different number of politicians are speaking out about the different ills that is affecting our community. We have members of parliament who normally don't speak too much outside of parliament. Now they are saying everything that needs to be said because, of course, election is coming up on the 19th of August. The election period begins as soon as postulation starts in the in the first week of August, July. So there's a short time of campaigning because it's snap elections, so you don't have a regular time. But as soon as that period starts, it's going to be a madhouse. Even though it's already a madhouse, Pete, don't say nothing. But at this particular time, everybody and their mother have something to say. Everybody wants to fix the problem. And of course, the 2x4 look like it broke because, yeah, they need to separate in order to run for the elections. They can't have one list. So the DP have to go in the one corner and do the, hey, Krisha is our warrior. And then they have the USM going like, hey, we got Shamira and we got Luke, and we got Brooke in the back. So that's our team. And of course, then on the other side, you have Christopher, blaming Samuel for mismanagement in the education, culture, youth, and sport. And it's so easy to blame the former education minister, Rudolph Samuel, because 650,000 guilders is missing according to Emmanuel. Of course, as you know, part of the deal is that Lyndon Lewis, as a now minister, has access to the information of the education ministry. So obviously, he knows what he's talking about based on the fact that his political party controls that particular ministry. So you got to take his word for it. Or Rudolph Samuel has to come out and say, partner, you're lying on me, take it back, or I sue you for defamation. Now, of course, Samuel is not going to do that. And during late night last season, I lush Dr. Ronald Samuel for being a minister of nothing. Like literally nothing, because education, a mess. It still is. They're trying to get it together. Not working. So obviously, I didn't lie. I just said how it was. So the whole idea is now, Chris comes now and says yesterday, 650,000 guilders is missing. And this is the name of the contractor. Listen, when they start to call the name of the contractor, you know they got receipts. You know they have receipts. You know what that means. Somebody want to get locked up. Especially since they didn't complete 7 schools, a school that had to be fixed. Where's the money? Show me the money. If this was late night, people would have, put a little Tom Cruise in there. A Cuba Jr.
We don't have that liberty.
We don't have that liberty yet. No, yet. But coming back to everybody being in their own corner, then you have, of course, the PFP. Ooh, the bullies, the internet trolls. They all over the place, Listen, every time somebody says anything about PFP, it's like they have like an alert system. Like, somebody said PFP? What? To the internet!
Mr. Newton says, Mercelina is a doctor, not a PM. He needs to react like it's an emergency, life or death with GB and fix the problem.
Good point. Problem is, he doesn't care. He's not going to say anything because at the same time he's saying, we cannot make this thing political. You have to understand that St. Martin is right now at a crossroad. And in this crossroad, we need to come together and stop the bashing and the blaming and find a solution as soon as we get a solution for GB. Because GB matters.
I don't understand this one, but you might understand.
Yeah.
What about King Bobo and somebody taking the stick out of his hand?
Okay, so the story is that King Bobo had pledged, even signed on to be part of Olivier's party, the OMC. He was set to be the deputy leader of that political party. Rumor has it that his wife said, partner, you go and you be part of that group. We done. Bobo like, Olivier, ding, 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 ding. Later, school out. I gone.
You can blame the man.
I would have believed it. I would do the same thing. My wife Olivier. I don't know.
Hands down.
I'm going for my wife.
Yep.
I think so. I go for my wife. So, they said, Olivier, no hard feelings, but I can't do it. Something come up.
Okay, we got another comment. Miss Abel says, wish they had the same energy in Parliament.
Miss Abel. Yeah, it's true. But the energy is not going to be there because they're in government. You understand? It's very simple. You can't speak against your own government unless you're Chris. You see the GB beaten? He did the GB beaten, and all he did was he went hard against his own prime minister, and at the end he said, that's the only way I know how to express this, but we're gonna sit down. After you just give the man a cuttass for 4 hours, Chris?
Sometimes you gotta hear it harsh.
Rough.
For you to understand.
Yeah, or maybe you should get out of the opposition mode and go into the governing mode and just maybe give a phone call and say, hey, look, listen, you don't want to get fired and go home tomorrow, right? So look what's going to happen. I need your ass here now, and this is what we're going to do, and you're going to do it. If you don't want to do it, then go your ass home and leave Veronica do it. Oh, Veronica don't want to do it? Lyndon to the rescue!
Like, the guy gotta, he gotta unlearn. Unlearning is a hard process, You gotta unlearn.
Yeah, because he did it for 8 years. So you expect him to be the one to always be like, Jesus, I in power now. Who do I complain about? Ooh, 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 ooh. Nationalizing up is all your fault. Thank you very much, Ms. Abel, for the comment. Any more? No?
Let me see. We come back to Boba and his stick. Who took the stick out of King Boba?
I answered already, though.
Yeah, so the
Yes,
answer was
rewind. So the political situation is you have to decipher the bullshit from the real stuff. Fortunately, we have politicians out there that's going to come with great ideas. The problem with that is that a great idea does not get you elected. You can come up with the best idea ever you could do and come and you could be like, Eureka, I got it. This is the best thing ever. And then you come here and tell the people and another politician says, not so fast. I was thinking about that in 2024. I was thinking about it in 1986. That's why Chris Burgers always say, why come up with something new when we have things in the past that's out there lined up? You think people didn't foresee all the problems we have in here now in St. Martin? You think people didn't see that eventually we need to increase our flights for Winair?
Yeah, they see
Like-
it was like, you know what? Leave the other person handle it.
It's going to be fine. We eventually, hey, we need to improve our tourist product. Let's diversify. Let's make them more at home. Let's make it more authentic.
Nope. Instead, what we do, Rampack, one of our favorite beaches, full of chairs, full of new construction, break down all the trees, well, most of the shade-giving trees, and then be like, you see, it's better now. But more people complaining, even your tourists.
People, and then of course, you know, our wonderful customer service that we have,
Oh my God, we will not start on a customer service.
because people get offended and they get roasted because why you don't like it? You know what, you don't like it? Go your ass back where you come from then. Also, you don't want my dollar then. My dollar is not welcome here. I guess we're nowhere special.
That's a free plug, man. That's a
Free
free plug.
plug, little one there, man. So, at the end of the day, I was talking to someone yesterday about in improving our hospitality product, and they was like, okay, but is St. Martin people willing to train and willing to improve themselves?
Nope.
I don't know. You tell me. You answered that question. I can't answer that question for you. But from all indications, it shows that they are comfortable where they are. I don't know, Pete, if that is a good assessment to make, but
I think so.
yeah, I don't know. It's just giving that type of energy. You understand? Because why don't we partner up with more islands? Why don't we get, you know, we focus on Europe. We get a school in Holland. They have a bunch of hogescholen that deals with hospitality. Instead of the 1-star, 2-star type of basic training, they got 4 stars, 5 stars, excellent training programs that we can have a partnership.
Why don't we just bring up our children the proper way?
Ooh.
That way, you know what? Maybe we fail, but later on they can, you know, revive the island's name of friendly.
Did you know in Holland, a kid could start to work at 12 as part-time, a certain amount of hours a week, and they get like about 200 to 300 euros a month, and nobody could touch it, only the kid.
Serious?
Imagine at 12 years, you're starting to work in a McDonald's, you're starting to work in a Burger King, you're starting to work at a fast food, or you're doing a delivery service on your bike, and you just, you know, learning the craft, learning the sector, and you start to learn structure from a young age. That way, by the time you get older, what happens then after that? You got a comment there, Pete, with your old man face?
Yeah, I have read in a comment. Mr. Newton says, Andrew, we have a problem, people. oh sorry, we have a problem. People are fed up, and this election can give OMC a chance to get in, and that will smell trouble.
Only if you let it.
Only if you let it.
Only if you let it. People understand that Olivier's party is filling a void that other parties are lacking. They forget to speak small man.
Yep.
They forget to relate to the person who doesn't have time to watch everything on social media or read the newspaper. And as ignorant as that sounds, because I'm one of them that always call people ignorant that don't do that, they just can't do it because they're too busy trying to survive. They're trying to survive. They ain't got no time for that. So if someone comes to them and says, you know all them parties there? They on one group. You see me? I on the outside. I care for you. I care about you and your children. I don't got no money because I poor just like you. Is he lying?
As a majority of us, yeah.
But will it click with someone who's just busy on the grind all the time? Busy on the grind, always busy, always busy. Politicians, you can't be up here, have your people down here, and expect to relate. It can't work. It just can't work. It's just going to be like out of whack. Because you're up there looking down, and you're like, well, everything is fine. It's burning, but everything is fine. Majority of people don't vote in this country. Surprise.
Correct.
And they're not going to start voting because you say so. You know why? And here's a bad reality check. Because you don't look for them. You go to the same set of people all the time. The political pool have like 9 to 10 parties all the time for 60 square miles. And you go to the same set of voters all the time. You don't look at the kids because they don't get old, right? You don't check the district numbers and say, okay, how many people didn't vote in this district this time around?
Wait, we got districts?
Yeah, polling stations.
Oh,
So it's
we got
great.
districts when we got to vote, but when we don't have to vote, we got no districts.
What's that? No, that is the one St. Martin.
Yeah, we won. I know.
After elections, we won.
One people.
But before, it's like, yo, listen, you got lockdown bell over there, right? Lockdown bell over there, boy. You see how many votes is there? And do we do anything to encourage people to vote in those districts? No. Because after elections, already in. We got focused on what's happening now. So everybody focuses on GB. GB. As soon as we fix GB, oh, the crime is too high. The crime. It comes back to the same circle all the time. Somebody get locked up, you focus on that. And then we go elections again. It's a vicious cycle. And I don't want to be Dr. Doom, but let me just say it can get better. Only if you start to vote for people that are competent instead of people that are popular. Let me say it for those in the back. Comment?
We have a comment. Mr. Newton says, Rennie Richardson interview. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh,
On GB.
excellent. Ho, ho, ho.
What are your thoughts on that, Andrew?
Okay, so the interview that Mr. Rennie Richardson did was excellent because he gave a nice history lessons on where GB came from the Netherlands Antilles days to where, you know, the late Mr. Lambert left it, to when he left in 2016. The interview was excellent with OJ and big up to him. But it gave a real perspective of everything that went wrong to this day with GB. And it comes down to?
The people.
No, politicians.
Oh, well, yeah. The people representatives.
Yeah. Pete, you deserve a cookie. Yeah. They are the ones that really messed up this thing. And I know that sometimes people say, no, it's the managing board, the supervisory board and the managing board, but somebody got to lead, you know, and if the leaders are the politicians, then they have to take responsibility. Comment?
We have Miss Esther Ratio Halley says, we are lacking strategic thinkers with a vision, not fire extinguisher thinkers.
Boom! I love that. Say that again, Pete.
We're lacking strategic thinkers with a vision, not fire extinguisher thinkers.
Because all we do is bust down the door and a next one, okay. That's all we do is
Reactive, we reactive.
as soon as something happens, oh, we need you. And then you get everybody go on the double to fix a problem, not thinking like, okay, next week, next month, next year. This is the plan, we're going to execute it. Because meanwhile, while we're trying to figure out what's happening, the rest of the islands around us going like, oh, are you synced up, please? Are you synced? Are you synced, please? We here. Because, I don't know if you noticed, they make a village in Anguilla recently. A whole cultural festival village. State of the art. Done it in record time. You see the ferry? You see the airport? You see the culture manifestations?
You see the little port?
You think Aurora Resort messing with us?
Wow.
Maho, I ain't hearing you.
Oh, I'm going to water park next week, though. Yeah. I water park sick.
I want to go. I want to go too. No, but seriously, what are we doing to improve our tourism product? And yes, we don't have the money.
But I like what the lady said. We lacking strategic thinkers because, let me give you an example. We going to complain about Jibby this and Jibby that and Jibby this, all current going. But are we teaching people that, okay, when we stabilize again, we got to be more zen. We got to learn to turn off the light when we leave the room. We got to not leave the air run the whole day when we're not.
Pete, I feel triggered.
Hey,
Don't do that.
Aangesproken.
Don't do that. Okay? All right? I only left it on a couple times.
So
but yes.
in the meanwhile, while we're lamenting, how about we teach people better so that when we do get to that standard, we can maintain it? But no.
Yeah, because a good example is when Minister Veronica Janssen said, people pleased to reserve energy. You know where I'm going. Take off the lights in your home, use less energy. And then in the evening,
You drive by government.
people pass the government building and all of the lights in the whole building on. And it's so typical St. Martin people going like, yeah, you don't do it, so I don't gotta do it.
And that's good.
He the thief, but I don't thief. But sometimes I can because he the thief.
So when light go by me, I can go government building then.
Basically, that's the whole idea Duran had. Get the kids and bring them to the, just bring a camping bag and bring them to the government building. That's going to be cool. Yeah, because GB always going, and it's not going by the government building. So all the kids, school kids, go government building. Student going to watch all your kids.
I don't understand this comment, but he says, Mr. Newton says, son, that's where OMC long-term plan comes in with solutions for the small man.
Everybody got solutions until the solutions ain't saluting.
Let me, actually, this is your show, Andrew, but I just have one question. For all these solutions, who gonna execute them? We got any people who can execute?
Yes.
So we got thinkers.
The
apparently,
candidates.
solutions.
Yes, the candidates of the OMC. Duh, Pete. Come on now. Lohis.
Okay.
They are the executors and the strategic thinkers. The end. Listen, you vote for who you want. Just make sure you vote. Because if you don't vote, we will be back here at the same time. Yesterday, I spoke to someone and they was telling me about how will the 2x4 do their campaigning. And I said, that's a very good question. How does Dr. Luke Messidina go into a home and says, re-elect me? And me as a voter says, well, Doc, question. So you resigned and called elections after Kevin left your coalition, correct? And he says, correct. And then afterwards, Kevin came back. So you have majority in parliament now, yes or no? Yes. So why are we going to the polls? The constitution is set up that when I pull trigger, I cannot, so we have to go. But put me back, and I will promise not to call elections again. Okay, wait, now hold on. Who has majority now? Is the parliament unstable? No, we have the same government. No, we have the 2x4. Kevin, come back. Okay, so why are we going to elections? And why would I vote for you after you bring me to elections? Because Kevin left and he come back, and I went ahead and called elections a little bit too fast, but I won't do it again. Just put me back in, and the 2x4 are gonna take care of you. Okay, but what if somebody leaves again, Doc? What if any of the 2x4 members say, you know what, you're full of shit, I'm going over to the other side? Will you call elections? Well, Pete, can you answer? Will he call elections if we have a whole elections meet? We get the same parties we have now. 6 parties. 4 of them join together. National and out. The same 4 parties now come back together. Kevin goes back in. You get Kevin upset. Kevin then leaves again. Will this man call elections again?
Well, logically speaking, the question is, how many elections he called already?
Just one.
Just one.
So he got 2 more to go. The 3 strikes and you're out?
3 strikes and you're out. Yeah, so he got 2 more chances. Why not?
Yeah. So let's see.
I mean, it's not illegal,
Hello?
right?
No, it's not. Yes.
Ghana, 94.
Yes, I am in the office. This is live. So I'll call you right in 5 minutes.
We're still working on the bugs for the live, folks.
Okay, no problem. But I'm in the office. Yes, that was important. Thank you, Minister, for calling.
We have a comment.
We have a comment. Let's go to the comment.
Andrew, why don't you interview Koto, who is the so-called street prime minister, and who was fired from the airport for?
Yeah, he could come. He could come. Once he reaches out, then he could come. You know me. I interview anybody. Apparently, look at Olivier. I interview him. He called me certain names, so I interview anybody that has something good to say. To me, when it comes to the interviewing people, it has to be for a reason or a paid advertisement. Haha! Dig Live every Thursday. All about you. You send me comments, send me voice notes. I'll play it on the show. Until next week, thank you so much for joining us. Pete, you're very outspoken. I will bring a tape next time.
And let us know how we can improve this session.
Yes, because this is a test. We'll be trying something out. Yes, share it. Like the page, subscribe.
Did you know I just signed up for Flex by Telem?
Do you mean flex like this?
Definitely not that.
Do you mean flex like this?
No, definitely not that.
Do you mean flex like this?
No, definitely not Flex like that. Telem's Flex is a mobile plan that adapts to your needs. Each month, I get a preset monthly fee that has a set amount of data, SMS, and minutes, so I know what I'm getting. But say goodbye to overages and bill shock, because when I go over my postpaid plan, it switches to prepaid, so I have the flexibility to top up what I need when I need it. I'm in complete control. My budget, my rules.
Great job, Carl. Thank you. Jeremy, come on up. For the final word in the Spelling Bee Championship, please spell insurance.
Insurance. N-A-G-I-C-O. Insurance.
That's correct. I hope your father can spell Najiko too.
Nagico is insurance. Insurance is Nagico.